just hit the highest stock market in history. All of these incredible manufacturers that are in, these are great business people. They employ many people, and we have workers with us too. They're having the best year they've ever had. Can I say that? Is that a correct statement? So, and they're hiring more people than they've ever had, and more people are making a good living than they've ever had. We just hit 27,000 plus on the Dow. It's the highest the stock market has ever been. And you have to go by the election, because the market started going up the day after I won. You know, they like to add all of that tremendous gain. They like to try and give it to Obama. The fact is, if I would have lost, the stock market would crash. And if these people that I watch in those debates ever got their hands on the United States government, 401ks, the values of your company, everything else that we talk about we're so proud of, it's down the tubes. People will lose their money. They'll lose their wealth. You'll have a crash like you've never seen before. And I'm really good at this stuff. I know what I'm talking about.
Go ahead. Despite
my talent, I would never be cast as a romantic lead. We put on shows that involve flying children and singing animals, but apparently no one has enough willing suspension of disbelief to buy anyone loving a fat girl.
Just pause. How can you not understand that? Not only are fat women not deemed as attractive, and by the way, that's a rational thing. As a breeder, when you are a young man, you want someone who's going to be around for your kids, not someone dying. When someone sees a junkie scratching sores on her face, they go, I don't want to breed with that because it's dying. It's a totally natural evolutionary trait to not find dying women attractive. It's not good for the future of the species.
I'm sorry. I thought you were somebody else.
All right, go on, fatso.
You!
Oh.
I will not take your sex tips on how to please a man that you do not think my body will ever be worthy of.
So Cosmo has not enough fat chicks in it, yet they have sex tips. She doesn't want to read the sex tips. Gotcha. Thanks for that honest thought, by the way. Thank you for that wake-up call. I don't want to read that magazine. Very brave. I don't read it either, by the way. Am I equally brave? Tells me he loves me with the lights on. That's a Drake song.
And people in that 32 degrees and 3 always at
He didn't make an impression with me at all, like not a good or a bad. I don't even remember him.
Neutral. Okay, yeah. JJ?
Michael's got a twinkle in his eye. He's a young man, and I'd have to see more, but he seemed very open.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like Mike. Well, okay, I'm going to say that he's looks like he's native Texas, and being from Texas, I would have to support that. But I don't like him on the fact that he's black. Absolutely not.
David?
Please. And I knew this was going to come. Please, I don't like him because he's black.
Are you even serious right now?
You know, I'm a minority, but I got a problem.
I was going to say.
Wait, hold on.
You're like a minority yourself.
Absolutely.
We wrote in yesterday together. So I'm to assume, based on what you just said, that you don't like me because I'm black?
I'm talking in a general sense here. But the fact is...
General sense, how much more general than you can be? Then you're sitting in a car with somebody, you're riding in it, you said it, you opened it up.
Am I?
You did that.
Okay, let me tell you this.
You must be out of your...
It doesn't matter if we wrote it or not. It doesn't matter. I don't know you from anybody, okay? We share the same
out of your mind to say
but
something
you know what?
like that.
My personal beliefs and my personal experience, I don't like them.
Your personal
I never have,
beliefs are gonna
and I never will.
What is it about black people that you don't like?
This ought to be good.
Yeah. I'm strapping in for this one.
Yeah, well, strap tight.
You might want to strap me in for this one.
Well, the thing is, based on the experience and the people I've worked with, where I come from, I'm sick and tired of people thinking, specifically I am mentioning black people, thinking we owe them something, that the world owes them something. I'm totally opposed to affirmative action.
Where are you from?
I don't want people to give me a job just because I'm brown. I want people to know that I have the credentials. Polynesians don't have a BET. We don't get all pissed off when we don't have an NAACP that comes and
who's that?
You don't know this.
Who's that?
First off, I just want to know where you're from.
I grew up on the islands.
Where?
Overseas.
Overseas, and there's no black people over there?
Where overseas? Like what islands? What are you talking
Near the
about?
Hawaiian Islands.
The Polynesian Islands.
I'm a Polynesian, yes.
When did you come to America?
And I live in the South. There are plenty of black people there, and I had quite the opportunity to be able to work with these people. And you know what? I won't.
That is so and ill-informed and so stupid, even if you didn't believe it. Do you think I'm going to stand up here and say I'm not going to give some money to somebody because they're white? I mean, some things are better left unsaid.
What up, guys? Thank you for having me, EA. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jesse Wellens, and I am a YouTube creator. So I am here to talk about Need for Speed, Payback. If you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Payback, yeah, it's a great game. But all right, all set aside, I'm a YouTube creator. Need for Speed Payback, it's coming out. I got my boy Marcus, executive producer here. He is the producer of the game. Thank you, Nick, for having me.
Hey, man. Thanks, Jesse.
I can cup his hip bones in the palm of my hands.
What is
Feel
he,
his
4?
ribs without pressing very hard at all. Sip
Hold on a
wine
sec.
from-
Hold on a sec. I thought when she said skinny boy, she was using vernacular, meaning man. But apparently, she is dating a toddler, a skinny, and toddlers are usually chubby, right? Because they're starting out their life. So she's with a malnourished toddler. We need to call the police on this woman.
The ICE raids were very successful. People came into our country illegally. Many were felons. Many were convicted of crimes. Many were taken out on Sunday. You just didn't know about it. In fact, I spoke to the head of ICE. I spoke to a couple of people. We had many people. It was a very successful day, but you didn't see a lot of it because it was done a lot. You'll speak to them. And I'm not even sure they should be telling you, but it was a lot. And it wouldn't have to be Sunday. We've been doing this. Look, we have been removing MS-13. They're monsters. We've been removing MS-13 by the thousands during my administration. And I tell my people, it's much easier to go the other route. But I say, focus on the criminals. Focus on the people that are killing people, that are causing crime. Focus on them. Much easier just to go to general population. That's easy. But I don't do it the easy way. We're getting tremendous numbers of criminals. And yesterday, it was just reported to me before I walked, because I said, how did that go yesterday? It didn't have to start yesterday. The truth is, it started a number of days before yesterday, but yesterday was very successful. People come into our country illegally, and they go out legally. Every person taken out had papers, and we had court orders.
It's up to you how fat you are. You can't put on blackface and complain about racism.
The phrase, big girls need love too, can go die in a fire.
Yeah!
Fucking me does not require an asterisk. Loving me is not a fetish. Finding me beautiful is not a novelty. I am not a novelty.
started by saying I feel like it's really important that we know what you think like, because a big problem is that people are thinking, are feeling, and they're not really thinking anymore. Secondly, you brought up toxic masculinity. I believe toxic masculinity exists, but it exists inside of radicalized feminists, right? Where they're thinking that they should be able to own and control society because they're marching in the street with pussy hats and saying that they demand justice for a free and fair election, like they did with Donald J. Trump.
Don't walk through the shot. What an idiot. What an idiot. Okay, well, we are back, and, you know, well, it's... I'm sorry, what? You're on camera right now. So if you could move out of the shot, that would be great. I'm sorry, what? If you could move out of the shot, that would be great. What did you call me? If you could move out of the shot, that would be great. What did you call me? What are you doing? Wow. What? Like, I asked you not to go backstage, you ignored me, and now you're in the middle of the shot. Wow, what the hell? Okay, let's just calm it down. Okay, I think we can carry on.
I think men feeling that they need to dominate spaces physically and speaking over women, interrupting women, belittling them.
Yeah.
Do you see how good I'm being?
I mean, you can...
So, just a question. So, you just said when men interrupt and dominate spaces. Were you a toxic feminist when you interrupted me when I was on stage?
No, I was interrupting something.
I'm just asking.
That I fundamentally don't believe in.
I'm just asking because you're saying that somebody interrupting someone is now a symbol of toxic masculinity. You just interrupted me on stage, so are you a toxic feminist?
I wasn't interrupting you because I didn't...
You went, bullshit!
Yeah, because you were talking bullshit! Because you were talking bullshit. I didn't interrupt you because you're a woman. I interrupted you because I didn't believe what you were saying. It's not that I didn't believe what you were saying.
But maybe that's what men do sometimes? Is it possible that men sometimes interrupt because they disagree with what women are saying and not because they're toxic masculinity in the air? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Is that you're coming up with terms, and sometimes people just interrupt. I'm fine with the fact that you interrupted me. It happens all the time, and I'm not holding that against you. I'm just using it to prove a point that you've created an entire concept around when men interrupt women, but you literally just interrupted me, and you don't identify as yourself as a toxic feminist.
No, because I interrupted you on the basis that I didn't agree with the politics you're espousing, both of you.
Well, maybe men are disagree with what you're saying.
Because you're a woman. The fact that you're a woman is completely irrelevant to me.
But maybe it's irrelevant to men as well when they interrupt people. Men interrupt other men. Men interrupt women.
Or society. There's a culture of men's voices being valued more than women's.
What is your metric for this?
Give us one piece of data.
Yeah,
one.
like a data.
Any piece of data.
You can't just say that there's a culture of men interrupting women. What's your data point for this?
Any kind of interpretivist data where you're looking at interactions, at dynamics, you can see. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like a statistic?
Like a fact?
Yeah.
Any fact.
Pull it down and push the energy out the hand. Big breath. More power, more passion, more power. As soon as you see me move, everything you got in there, you push it out. Well, can we do it? We can do it, Paula.
Okay, you ready to join us in the circle?
The bad move? I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I believe in only two things completely, the First Amendment and boobs. And so once they made the decision that they were not going to allow a conservative, non-sports-related commentary, they couldn't do it either.
Hold on. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly as a woman anchoring the show. Did you say, what did you say? You believe in the First Amendment and BWBS?
Boobs. Two things that have only never let me down in this entire country's history, the First Amendment and boobs.